What is the biggest problem that you feel you're facing stopping you from growing your sales? Come on guys, I'm sure you have a problem. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a problem. I'm sure you didn't just come to see me talk for nothing. So what's the problem? Why aren't you all tripling your sales every day? Yeah, I'm going to sit down and quickly tell me about it. Come on. Most of you, I'm sure, have problems, just shy to tell. So, okay, let me tell you what I think is most likely one of the biggest problems that you have, if not the biggest, when it comes to creating a sustainable growth strategy. Okay, by sustainable, I mean something that you can build on every day, that you can continue to improve on. Not roll the dice in Genting Highlands and hope for the best and then win one time and then the next 10 times lose, right? This is it, in my opinion. You don't have data and you don't have the right data and you're not using that data. You're an online business, you're in e-commerce. As soon as you're an online business and as soon as you're an e-commerce online, which is online obviously, it's about data. And it's about using that data to create your growth strategy when it comes to marketing and sales. Let me explain what I mean by this. So for example, some items of data. You all know how many people, or you all can know how many people visit your, let's just even say Lazada, right? Your PDPs, your description pages, your products. You can go into Lazada and know that, right? It will tell you. But what you don't know is where do those people come from? Online, I mean, and not this, but where did they come from online? Did they discover your Lazada page through the app? Did they come in through Facebook? Did they come in through Google? Did they come in through YouTube? Where did they come from, right? So if you don't know where they came from, you won't really know what is working for you when it comes to marketing and advertising and what is not. Because you may maybe do some Facebook ads, you may do some billboards, you may do some flyers, right? But you don't know which one is working, right? You see your traffic has gone up, more people visiting, but you don't know where. That's a huge issue because if you don't know what is working, how do you know whether to stop or continue doing it, right? So for example, source of traffic is something that you don't have. The other challenge you have is you don't know which, an individual, I'm not saying his name or the person's actual identity, but you don't know which people are visiting your page. You just know people are visiting your page. But you don't know, for example, that you visited his yoga page. He may not know that you visited your yoga page. So therefore, he's unable to talk to you again and say, hey, I saw you came to my yoga page, come back, right? That is what I mean by you're not collecting that traffic usage data of how people are interacting. Why can you not get it? Because on a platform, you're not able to get it directly from the platform like Lazada or Shopee or whatever, Lemon Street, right? But that's a big problem, and I'll explain to you why. The last part, of course, the big chunk of data is you don't have customer data, right? Most of you are not even collecting the phone numbers, right? And the other thing you're not collecting are emails. Now, those two bits of information, phone numbers and emails, are very, very key, not just because, oh, then I can send them emails. You can. But they allow you to do, for example, what the gentleman there was saying, to improve the targeting of your advertising. If you decide you want to advertise on Facebook or so on, by having the emails of your customers or people who visit you, you're able to target them specifically on Facebook. Right? Which then solves the problem of you're not just targeting random people, you're targeting specific people. And therefore your advertising will be much more effective. So that's the problem. You don't have this data, right? And you don't have an easy way to get that data. So I kind of touched on this already. You're not able to understand which marketing activities are working, right? You're not able to, what's known as retarget. Anybody who comes and visits you, you're not able to tell them, hey, come back into my store, come and check it out. Right? Or when they buy from you, you're not able to then contact the person and say, hey, you bought yoga pants? Now why don't you buy a yoga top? to match your yoga pants, right? You're not able to do that. And you're not able to ultimately build a relationship with customers, right? And when it comes down to it, it's all about relationship, right? When you go to a retail store, why do we keep going back to the same shop at the mall, or the same hairdresser, or the same restaurant? Because the person that knows us makes us feel special, and therefore we just keep going back to them. And you're not able to do that if you don't have data, right? So this is a big challenge, and a lot, in fact, almost the entirety of what I'm going to talk about today is based on the need for collecting that data and then how you can use that data. And I'm going to share with you what you can do, right?